weed and depression. Wow. I don't feel like many people give speeches on this topic, but here we go. Where do you stand? I have no idea. If you are a person that smokes weed on a daily basis, if you're a person that hates weed and you think it's terrible for you, I have no clue. So all I can do is just share my perspective. And I hope that by making this an open conversation in the comment section down below, please let this continue to be an open conversation. I don't want hostility when it comes to this topic because it's so interesting. When I tell people I smoke weed, it shocks them at times. And some of the responses I get, and again, I don't know where you stand, but some of the responses I get are, why do you smoke weed? They look at me kind of with an anger, annoyance, like you're an idiot, like a disgust, type of look. And it's like, you have no idea about my history with drugs. You have no idea about my history with alcohol. You don't even know why I smoke weed, but you're already having a perception of me because of the word weed, because of the word marijuana, So that's kind of where I'm going to come from. I'm going to talk about it from a societal perspective and from my opinion. I'm in America, I'm in Florida, so I have a medical card. And that already might make people think, well, since he has a medical card, it makes it okay. Let's start here. Weed does help and it does hurt my depression. It does help and it does hurt my anxiety. Let me elaborate. When I am feeling depressed, because of my past history of abusing alcohol, getting gastritis, I got gastritis, I had to go to the hospital, take medication, because I kept coping with alcohol. That was my substance that I used to escape, from reality, or if I'm feeling depressed or anger or, not liking my life, I would drink. And I was, harming my body. So then, I took medication for my depression and anxiety for my bipolar disorder type 2, since that was what I was first diagnosed with. Those two things personally did not help me get better. It did not help me. It actually harmed me. It actually caused me to hate myself more and to, honestly, to go through life feeling pains inside of my body and confusion inside of my mind. So when I smoke weed, excuse me, and I forgot, and after abusing hardcore drugs, now I'm going to say drugs that I've actually done in my life. People do not do this. This is a very open thing, and I understand that. But in order for you to understand my conversation on this topic, you got to know exactly where I'm coming from. Before my suicide attempt in December 2016, I did cocaine, acid, mushrooms, Molly, Adderall, weed, alcohol. Now, that is such a scary thing to say, but I'm not scared to say it because it's my truth. The heck? It's my life. This is what I actually lived through. After going through all that, yes, y'all, for me, smoking weed, I am down. Okay, I smoke weed. The bad thing about it, though, is that it puts me in a fog at times. I can admit that. I think that this conversation on weed and depression, this is where most people stop. You're either for weed or you're either against weed, and I don't think that's okay. I think that causes this conversation to be more confusing. Why can't there be a gray area? last week I uploaded a video, okay, and it was titled "I don't like talking about this." Now, in that video, if you watch it, I mean, last week I was extremely depressed. If I had to put it on a scale 1 to 10, 1 would be, if 1 was I hate myself, I'm feeling extremely depressed, and then 10 is feeling I loving life. Oops, excuse me, I thought I just pulled something out. I'm loving life, and I'm very happy. I was feeling like a 1 to 2 all week long. And I would smoke weed, right? I would go on walks and I'll smoke weed. I do have my medical card. I think I've already said that. And if I haven't, I do, if that makes you feel better about me smoking weed. But yeah, I would smoke weed and I would always say to myself, how come I didn't know it, but I was like, how come I don't feel like I'm present? How come I don't feel like I'm in this moment? I feel like my head's just so foggy and I'm just kind of like in this fog I can't get out. I just want to be present again. I want to feel natural or something. And then one morning, I did not smoke weed and I went for a walk and it felt amazing. My head felt clear. I actually felt the wind. I know it sounds weird, y'all, but when I feel numb, I don't feel the sun as much. Like even if I'm outside in it, I feel like I'm in it, but I don't experience any emotion towards it. It's interesting to feel numb emotionally. So I felt the wind and I was not high. I was not smoking weed. Let's stop right here. The word high. For some reason when I said that, I felt like an alarm went up, right? Why? Can you not be high on life, y'all? What the heck? I'm high on life. Weed is not the only thing that makes me high on life, y'all. Being in good physical health internally makes me extremely high on life. Going for a swim and feeling like my physical shape and my mental shape and my spiritual and emotional shape is getting healthier, that makes me feel highest on life. Weed, it just adds on to it like whipped cream on a Starbucks drink or something. What the heck? That was the most random example, but I'm trying my best to I believe I'm trying my best to explain that every single person that smokes weed or does not smoke weed has a reason themselves as their own individuals why they choose to make that decision themselves. And that should be okay. But if you are someone that does smoke weed and you deal with depression and anxiety, you really realize if it's either something that you are using it as a crutch, as abuse, as a way to escape and not face those inner emotional demons that, man, I know I still have, and I believe we all got. You got to be able to take that responsibility. You can't say, "No, smoking weed's not bad at all," and then just disregard the responsibility of it. I don't stand by that at all. Just just like if you're someone that if you drink alcohol, like I can't drink alcohol. I can't because of my past history of abusing it. So I don't look down on other people and I don't judge them. I don't even think about it, honestly. If somebody else is drinking alcohol, I'm like, okay, well, they're drinking alcohol. They're drinking alcohol. There are millions of other people on this planet that also are in this moment, most likely drinking alcohol in Barcelona, in France, Spain, somewhere. But they themselves still had to make that decision. Are they abusing it? Are they drinking it as a crutch and to escape reality? And only they themselves, as their own individuals, can make that true decision. Comment down below. If you made it to this point of this video, first of all, I feel like you heard my side or my perspective by this point. So comment down below, like, first off, something, okay, yeah. Do you think weed is bad? Okay, like, what do you think? Do you think it helps depression or makes it worse? I'm so curious. But please, may this continue to be an open conversation, an open one, because we can't move forward if I keep talking like that. We can't move forward if we don't talk to each other and respect each other's sides, because how can you really see somebody else's side if you don't even give your chance to look, if you don't even give yourself a chance to look, you know? You're automatically just saying, oh, okay, I think that weed's good, so I'm going to disregard everybody else that doesn't think weed's good. Can you really see their side? Or if you're on the other side, I think weed's terrible for you, it's a gateway drug, it's the worst thing ever, then you still gotta listen to somebody else that has a reason for smoking it, because that can make you just either solidify your decision even more or adapt it and change it and grow it and develop it. And that's how we all grow as people, in my opinion. So I'm done talking. That's my opinion. I do smoke weed. I'm glad I smoke weed instead of drinking alcohol and abusing hardcore drugs. And I am going to continue to work on balancing when I smoke weed, how often I smoke weed, so that way it does not negatively impact my mental health. And yes, all right. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that subscribe button and comment down below also if you have any other questions that you'd like me to answer, because mental health is a real thing, y'all. Mental illnesses are real. Okay? Very real. And if we don't talk about it, if we don't start the conversation and the dialogue, how can the mental health stigma ever change, truly? So hit that subscribe button if you support that message. And lastly, join the private DT Nation Facebook group if you are a person that, again, enjoys openly talking about mental health, but you want to share your mental health victories. You want to learn different tips and share your tips that help you push through your daily mental battles. Every single day, y'all, in that DT Nation Facebook group, which is over 408 members, every single day, people share different perspectives. Sometimes people share their art. Sometimes people share their, somebody shared parkour one time. Shout out, by the way. Somebody shared that they ran. I'm not going to say what your name is, but that they ran, I believe it was 5 miles, and went through a whole mental battle through it. Man, it's just crazy, So if you're someone that wants to be a part of the DT Nation member and movement, then go to Facebook and type in DT Nation, answer the 3 questions, and I'll make sure to add you in that group. All right, I think it's time to end this video. As I always say, do you stay swagalicious and keep smiling.